Fashion has a really bad name now. We have fast fashion, ultra fast fashion. Now, upcycling is not sustainable. There is still plastic inside. During the washing cycle, there will be still microplastic release. We actually being contaminated, like we're using toxin paints and stuff like that.
It's kind of this dirty secret of the art world that loads of oil painters get really sick.
Okay, yay! We are here again. Yes, welcome to. Yeah, that's a new name for me to say. Table Talk with Tina.
Oh, nice.
Yay! Yes, this is the wonderful bio.
I'm Kirsten Tingle. I do a range of practices, painting, biodesign, and sort of remediation art hybrids. And I teach with Life Fabs in Camden.
Wow, that's fabulous. And everyone know who I am already, so it's okay. I'm Tina. Yes, a photographer, videographer, also designer, fashion designer, first trade, and then doing photo video. That's now I met Kirsten, and then it's just a fabulous opportunity because I found it fascinating. Everything on the table is scary, or maybe I should say like welcome to the world of Last of Us.
No, this is all oyster mushroom, so it's nice and safe. It's nice and safe. But I really enjoy how interested you were in some of the mycelium work, because some people really don't like it, but I feel like straight away you were like,
this is like
exciting.
an art piece, and I was like this. It's really, I found it fascinating and inspiring, really. And they all grow inside these bags.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So what is this inside?
So this is a mycelium substrate. So inside here is a mix of everyday like household paper waste, straw, there's some charcoal at the bottom, and my used coffee grounds from the day. And what I do is I sterilize the substrate in a pressure cooker, and then when it's cooled down, I add in oyster mushroom spawn, and the oyster mushroom takes over the substrate and grows and colonizes it.
Wow, it sounds like a and a worm in the bag.
It's an art and a science.
Yes, a worm in the bag, and it's growing.
This is all alive.
It's live.
Yeah.
So nowadays, if you want to, have your own name, making your material is almost impossible. It's almost impossible not to include anything toxin or with chemical. What is totally sustainable, maybe even for now, upcycling is not sustainable. The reason is there is still plastic inside. During the washing cycle, there will be still microplastic released, and it's harmful to the world, harmful to the food chain. Our fish, whatever you call it, we are toxic. We actually being contaminated. And so I'm still like finding ways like how to make my design more sustainable. And it doesn't have to be boring. I found that. Yeah, but most of the time I think behind it there are a lot of scientific or even more poetic way of finding the new material that we can use. So
it's always a treat when like biodesign is such it can be such a niche, and it's really exciting when other people have heard about us, because I could name you many if not most of the biodesigners working in London, but it's quite an insular community, and we're really excited that people are starting to pay attention to biomaterials and biodesign.
Yeah, I think in the fashion world, we all know fashion is the third industry polluting the world. Yeah, in the large scale. So it's really a wake-up call when we want to, or most of designers should really looking into how we can produce things sustainably, responsibly, because we only have one life, and we want to make the world still habitable for human and also animals and also trees and plants, which Christian just bring me to attention. A lot of things that we are doing currently are not sustainable, even art world, like we're using toxin paints and stuff like that. Can you talk more about it?
Yeah, so I just finished a project looking at the solvents used in oil painting. So most of the solvents that we use are an analog of turpentine, so terpenoid or Gamsol, sometimes mineral spirits.
Yeah.
And these are really harmful for painter health, but
Yeah.
also for the environment, and most
Yeah.
of them are petroleum based.
Oh, petroleum.
Yeah, and so it's kind of this dirty secret of the art world that loads of oil painters get really sick.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
I
and you can get a
wonder.
lot of like lung issues.
Yeah.
And so I really love oil painting, and I was trying to find a way to keep
Yeah.
painting.
Yeah.
And when I was doing research into old Renaissance painting methods, I found that what was often used was lavender essential oil.
Oh, it's cute. Isn't it?
And they decided
Yeah.
not to continue this just because it's quite expensive.
Oh, I
So they
see.
had the solutions hundreds and hundreds of years ago, but they weren't pursued just because turpentine was cheaper. And this kind of only continued through modernity. So up in the studio upstairs, we have no terps. It's lavender essential oil only.
It does smell very nice. My
Yes,
studio.
it does smell very nice.
So in fashion world as well, like how we can make it more sustainable and harmless, and at the same time preserve what we call it arts, because fashion has a really bad name now. We have fast fashion, ultra fast fashion. Like, why on earth you need to produce more than 500 garments and 500 collections in a season, and no one is actually buying them? I find a bazaar, and then all of them are like washing up on the soil. I'm like, why do they have to waste so much? But if we use biomaterial, yes, you can produce, but they are harmless, and the environment probably can absorb this in the future. Although in mass production wise, I think there was still a lot of research at the moment, but people are definitely looking into it. And then, however, I was like talking to potential customer. They either really love this idea because it's really fun, or find it really gross. So I think it takes a bit time to educate people. So I know that you teach some workshops. So what do you really do in the workshops?
Yes, so I teach a range, mostly teaching people what mycelium is, how to work with it, how it might be a useful alternative. And then I also lecture on regenerative art and how we could start to bring in regenerative practices either to completely change an art form we're working with or to embed them into the practice.
All right.
So either can you change the whole system, or for some practices where that's not possible if you need an archival outcome, what's one thing you can change that might give you like 80% benefit? Could you cut out 80% of the contaminants or the emissions?
I see.
And oftentimes you can.
Yeah, it's like a mixture with art and science. And Kirsten, is a little bit different because that was the first time when I was talking to her on Google Meet. I forgot where is it, just online meeting. And she used a really poetic way in her design. And even opened my eye, like how I see my own story can be embedded with all this wonderful material and make a new design. Would you like to actually talk about these two quickly?
So these are like quite simple. So this is just mycelium brick grown on like waste paper. But what's really interesting about this part is that it comes from the mycelium trying to fruit while growing in the dark.
Yeah.
So these are tendrils of the mycelium reaching for sunlight.
Yeah. Wow.
Because they can't fruit without sunlight.
Yeah, the plant, is it?
Yeah. So you end up with this like very beautiful kind of lacy outcome.
Yeah.
That's not created by the designer, but that's created by the mycelium. Yeah.
Wow, they are the artists.
Yeah, and it's the same on I think the most beautiful part on this, which is sort of a test modular brick, is this front where it's starting to fruit out. Yeah.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, because the brick itself, I think, is interesting. It's fine.
Right.
But what's beautiful about this is what the organism did itself, what the mycelium did.
Yeah.
And this one actually did have some light, so it's starting to pin, which is a term for starting to fruit. But it also has these other wispier sections before it got some sunlight where it's trying to reach forward. And I couldn't design this front myself.
Yeah, it's organic.
This is nature.
Yeah, it's organic. That's like a collaboration with for the artist and the nature together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, nature did it better than I did.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
look at this art form. It's just like all the proportion, everything is just right, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Beautiful stuff. All right, thank you for today.
No, of
I hope
course.
it's all recorded. Have I pushed the record button? No, I haven't. I'm just joking.